Hello and welcome to Foundations for Algebra, Unit 4A, Lesson 9. Today, scholars will find the volume of spheres and use the volume formula to find missing dimensions. First, let's talk about the volume of a sphere. So, the volume of a sphere, and remember a sphere is just a ball, is 4/3 times pi and the cube of the radius. So that's the radius cubed, radius the third power. So when we're talking about a ball, the only dimension you have is the radius or the diameter. We want the radius, the distance from the midpoint all the way out to the edge, and not the diameter. Remember, if they give you the diameter, you're just going to divide it in half. So, again, this formula is on all formula sheets for you. So our volume formula is 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. So here I have a radius of 4. So my volume equals 4/3. And we can actually just extend this and put our radius cubed. So 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. And then times pi. Well, 4 times 64 gives me 256. My volume equals 256 times pi divided by 3. So, 256 times 3.14 gives me a volume of 803.84 divided by 3. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. Gives me 267.94. Because it's a 4 after it, I just can cut it off. So, not that hard. We're just going ahead and putting these numbers into our formula. Let's try another one. Again, same formula. Volume is 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. First thing I should notice here is I'm not being given the radius. I'm being given the diameter. So if my diameter is 16, my radius is 8. So I need to make sure I use 8 and not 16. So my volume is 4 times 8 cubed times pi. Well, 8 cubed gives me 512. So I have 4 times 512 times pi divided by 3. So 512 times 4 gives me a volume of 2,048 times pi divided by 3. 2,048 times 3.14 gives me 6,430.72. And then I still just need to divide by 3. And that gives me a rounded estimate of 2,143.57. So it's going to be 0.6, rounded to the nearest tenth. Okay, let's try another one. In this case, notice I'm being given the volume, and I have to find the radius. So I know that the volume is 36 pi, and I know that that equals 4/3. Ooh, that's a really nasty 4. Sorry, let me make that look better. Ooh. So I have 4/3 pi times my radius cubed. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. 36 times 3 gives me 108. So I have 108 pi equals 4 times pi times my radius cubed. When I divide by 4, I get 27 pi equals pi times my radius cubed. Then I'm going to divide both sides by pi. So here Divide by pi. There's pi on both sides, so they're going to cancel. That leaves me with 27 equals my radius cubed. If I take the cube root of both sides, then I get 3 equals my radius. The cube root of 27 is 3. Okay, let's try another one. Here, they didn't give me a picture. They just told me the volume. And I need to find the radius. So I'm going to take that 288 pi equals 4 pi times our radius cubed divided by 3. So, first thing I'm going to do is multiply by 3. 288 times 3 gives me 864 pi. Pi equals 4 times pi times our radius cubed. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 4 pi. The pi's are just going to cancel on both sides. Here the 4's cancel. Leaves me with my r cubed. 864 divided by 4 gives me 216. And the cube root of 216 is 6. You're going to use your calculator for this. So 6 equals r. Not that bad. Let's try one real world. So here I have a globe. The globe of the moon has a radius of 10 inches. Find the volume of the globe to the nearest whole number. So this is the cool thing with these is they only have one dimension. So my radius here is 10 inches. So my volume equals 4 pi times my radius cubed all over 3. So in this case, 4 times pi times 10 cubed is going to be 1,000. 10 to the third power all over 3. So my volume equals 4,000 pi divided by 3. So 4,000 times 3.14 gives me 12,560. And I need to just divide that by 3. And that gives me a volume of 4,186.6, which means instead of doing the whole number, it's going to be 87. So that's the volume of my globe. Go ahead and try your practice, and I will see you in class.